Hi Libra, welcome to your 2025 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome to my channel. I talk everything around astrology and tarot. Librans, I'm going to be focusing on the slow-moving planets for 2025. I'm going to be looking at Pluto, Uranus, Neptune and Saturn. I am going to be looking at these planets holistically as to how they're affecting us globally. Then I'm going to be moving into your own specific chart, and then I will close the video with a tarot reading for 2025, which should summarize exactly as to what is it that you can expect this year. So do remember to watch the video till the end. Librans, it's quite an intense year. If I may say, I think this is one of the most intense years of the decade. We have all the slow-moving planets that are going to be moving. We have Pluto that is moved into Aquarius. It started moving last year, but this is the first year that it will finally be completing a year in Aquarius, and it is there till about 2043. So the themes that we'll see are transformation of self-awareness, technological breakthroughs, challenges to power structure, and there's going to be greater emphasis on individuality, societal equality, and the power of communities. The key points that we'll see globally for all of us with the Plutonian energy are going to be the rise of disruptive technologies like AI, which is something I think all of us are even using, the ChatGPT, and quantum computing. Also, we are going to be seeing and experiencing transformational leadership styles globally and focusing on decentralization and progressive ideals. There is going to be an heightened focus on human rights, equality and innovation, simply because Aquarius is all about humanitarian. The Aquarian energy is that of the we, it's that of the collective, it's not that of the I. I know this is really in contrast to what that is happening around us globally. There's more of a right-wing dictatorial way of living. But with Pluto being there in Aquarius, there does seem to be some hope. We will also experience some challenges as far as control is concerned, and also some amount of resistance to oppressive structures. We then have Uranus that is also moving after almost 9 years. It's moving into Gemini, and globally we are again going to be experiencing a revolution of how we communicate, how we use technology, and how education gets expanded and enhanced globally. So major advances are going to be seen in around transportation, changes in education system, maybe AI integration, global learning platforms. There can be new forms of transportation. I don't know if they're going to be flying cars, but they will be advanced space travel tech as well. Also, we will see evolution of how humans interact with technology, possibly some brain tech interfaces. Finally, we have Neptune, which is also moving after 14 years, and it is also moving into Aries. And there the focus is going to be shifting on personal identity, leadership, and bold visions globally. So there is, while the entire year or decades, there is going to be, because Pluto is there in Aquarius and we have Neptune here in Aries. While Neptune is a very soft, hazy, can't see things very clearly, spiritually aligned, but Aries is all about Mars. It's about war. It wants action. And when you don't have clarity while taking a decision, things can go all over the place, especially if the person who's leading it has this aspect. So Neptune is in Aries is also going to be bringing about pushing for spiritual alignment with individual bravery and courage. We will see a surge of spiritual warriors and visionary leaders. I'm personally rooting for that. And we will also see movement for global peace, which may integrate with assertiveness and action, combining with idealism and courage, which again speaks completely about Neptunian energy. And there is going to be an increased focus on personal authenticity and breaking illusions of conformity. Let me break down your chart for you Librans as to exactly where is it that these planets are placed for you. So Pluto is there in your house of children. This is the house of creativity. This is the house of love, romance, and you will find yourself to be in quite an unusual relationship with your children starting these 2 decades, Librans. For a lot of you, the relationship will change. There will be almost a sense of abandonment for a lot of you. In some cases, this may also bring about that your children pick up very unusual fields, that they are unusual, that you notice or they find in themselves a certain eccentricity or something really different about them. This also speaks about you getting really deeper into your creative pursuit. So it will be more backed with research. So if you are, say, for example, doing astrology and tarot, you'll find yourself learning or getting more deeper into it, understanding it more on a deeper level. We then have Uranus for you, which is moving into your house of broadening of the mind. This is the house of travel, and you will gain new perspectives through travel, Librans, and higher education is really, I can't emphasize it enough, that how important and how beneficial it will be for you during this entire phase. And Uranus is there for a good 9 years period, so it's not running away very quickly. Uranus over here will also bring about new perspectives through travel and higher education. So use this entire time to explore as much as possible. It's a 9-year transit, Librans. But also the interesting thing with Uranus is that it brings about sudden changes. So it can be that a lot of you find yourself traveling a lot in the next 9 odd years or so. And you will also find that your mind keeps opening up more. For a lot of you, you'll take your spiritual practice or any philosophy that you may follow to a deeper level. For some of you, this also speaks about gaining some insight on your passion or on your passion project. What is it ahead that you want to do? This is a fabulous time to upskill yourself, irrespective of how old you are, Librans. Great time to be learning as well. We then have Neptune, that is there in your house of partnerships. And we also have Saturn over here. Now, Neptune is going to be here for 14 years. So, Neptune is going to be bringing about a lot of idealism as far as your marriage is concerned, as far as your relationships are concerned, as far as your work partnerships are concerned. But that also means that they are potentially unclear as well. You won't know where you really stand with your partner. Or for a lot of you, you will be idolizing your partner. You would be putting up your partner on a pedestal. I'm not saying that the partner does not deserve to be on a pedestal, but you could be overdoing it. You could be idolizing your partner or your marriage or your relationship or your partnership much more than it requires to be. Thankfully, we do have Saturn over there for the first 3 years, which is going to be pushing you to take strong commitments in relationship. Now, Saturn also brings about a lot of work with it. So Neptune is going to be pulling it on one side and saying that how wonderful the relationship or how wonderful the partner is or how wonderful the partnership is. And Saturn is going to be saying that no, just look at it from the other perspective of as well. Is the relationship healthy? Are you getting what you really want out of the relationship, out of the partnership? Should you be asking for more? Should you be adjusting for less? So on and so forth. And this, like I said, Saturn is there for a 3-year transit. Neptune over here is going to be there for a 14-year transit. So Neptune brings about a haze when it comes. It doesn't allow us to look at things easily. At times, it also brings about a lot of escapism, that we don't want to deal with the bitter truth in our relationship, that we want to put our head on the other side. Saturn, thankfully, in the first 3 years will encourage you to look at things so that you can sort them out, you can address them. But it will be worth your while not to sort of ignore these things. We look at the tarot reading for 2025 for you, Librans, and we have some beautiful cards. We have the Fool, we have the Star, and then we have the Lovers. So the Fool is encouraging you to take risks as far as your personal growth and education is concerned. Don't be afraid to embark on new adventures and new journeys, especially where learning is concerned, Librans. You have an absolutely beautiful, your 9th house is lit up with Uranus, and this is like a good 9-year cycle. So upskill, study, do that higher education that is required, even if you feel that, oh, what's the point, I don't need to be doing it now, but it will really hold you in good stead. Then we have the Star, which is on healing and hope, which is prominent for you this year. So trust the process of renewal, Librans. Finally, we have the card of Lovers, which is again a beautiful card, and it's a card of Venus. And this speaks about focusing on significant relationships in your life. There's a chance of deeper, meaningful connections. So have faith, Librans. You need to be more steadfast and not to sort of get swayed by the entire Neptunian energy. 2 important tips I'd like to leave you with. One is prioritize your spiritual and personal growth, and don't be afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone, Librans. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.